What up YouTube, I'm back, and Dr. Stone the anime is also back with their second season. It was one of the best animes that I've watched in the last 2 years. It's really good and it's finally back. The first episode was okay. It was nothing special, but the 5 minutes of the episode I think were kind of a recap of what happened in the first season with Gen, basically telling kids what Senku did. And obviously he told that Senku discovered a revival fluid for the people that are in stones. He did, whatever he could to create, a village of science and everything. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, it was a recap of season 1 basically. And then, Senku had an idea about what to do during this winter, because he wants to attack Tsukasa's village, because they're in war right now, and they were supposed to wait for the winter to end, but because of his science and because of his genius, they could be able to attack Tsukasa's village, which is interesting. Because if you look throughout history, it's really hard to wage war during winter. It's horrible condition. It's really hard. It's cold as hell. So it's really hard to do. So they were going to fight after the winter, but because Senku is so smart, they'll maybe be able to attack Tsukasa's village during winter because of an idea that he had that is named space food. So basically, his space food that he wants to make is basically instant ramen, aka cup noodle, so that was pretty interesting. Obviously I'm not gonna go in depth with whatever instrument he made this instant noodle with, because it's pretty complicated, but I thought it was a great idea for the people that are going to attack Tsukasa's village, because they will not be hungry. They could eat whenever they wanted, because of how cup noodles works. So that was a pretty good idea from Senku. I didn't think about that, because you have to stay ready to be in war. You can't go in war and be tired and everything and be hungry, so they'll be ready whenever they can, and they'll have something to eat even in the cold winter, so I thought that was pretty smart of him. But yeah, I really can't wait to see if they'll be able to surprise attack Tsukasa, because maybe he's ready for something like that. I don't know. We don't know what's happening in his village right now. The only reason that we're gonna know what's gonna happen in their village is because of Taiju and Yuzu, because they're in their village right now, and they're double agents, so they'll probably tell us what's going on in their village. But yeah, man, that's gonna be interesting to see if they'll be able to surprise attack Tsukasa, and if maybe Tsukasa already knows about that, because maybe he has spies looking at what's going on in the village of science. We don't know, but that's gonna be interesting to see. Obviously, some of the things that I want to talk about is the roles of some of the characters in this war. Chrome is actually in charge of engineering. Magma is in charge of transporting the cell phone, because he's really strong and the cell phone is really big. And Gen is in charge of navigation. So all of that is pretty cool. But something that we need to talk about is, the attack that Gen and Senku, prepared, because it's pretty funny in my opinion. So the plan that Senku again basically devised is using Lillian, and if y'all remember, Lillian is, the senior that we saw in the past that got stuck, on that space station with Senku's father, and she's basically, I think, the ancestor of, Kohaku and Huri, so that's pretty cool when we learned that last season. But they're gonna basically use her voice to galvanize the troops, of Tsukasa, and maybe take his troops to their sides, and everything like that. Obviously, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's too simple. And obviously, one of the things that they're using is that, they're going to get rescued, by the United States, so they're gonna think that there's rescue on the way, and because of that, join Senku's side, so obviously I don't think that's gonna happen, but I guess it's a good idea. But obviously it's anime, and something like that will never work, I just don't think it's gonna work. It's too easy for me, in my information. They're also gonna create a diversion, from the Omura chick with the pink hair, because she's Tsukasa's scout, so they're going to create a diversion for her to get to Tsukasa's village, I'm guessing, so all of that is pretty smart. Obviously, Senku is the smartest dude, in this show right now, so I just can't wait to begin the Stone Wars. I'm glad that Dr. Stone is back. It was one of the best animes in the last 2 years, in my opinion, so I'm glad that it's back, man. But let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below. Let me know what you think is gonna happen next. I do Dr. Stone reviews every Thursday, so subscribe for that, but I also do other anime related things. I did watch the new opening, but I didn't pay that much attention to it this week because I have a lot of things to do right now. But I'm gonna talk about it in next week's review, so don't worry about it. It's gonna be there. I'm gonna talk about it, so stay tuned. But like I said, I do other anime related things like Jujutsu Kaisen reviews on Fridays, One Piece reviews on Saturdays, Boruto Naruto Next Generation reviews on Sunday mornings, and Attack on Titan reviews on Sundays too. I also do Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, the Promised Neverland reviews on Thursdays. So there's a lot of things going on my channel right now. Stay tuned for all of that because it's gonna be a fun year for anime in general, so like, comment, subscribe. It would help my channel a lot. And follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.